Hello, Tash Ashman here. Let me just check that my thing is plugged in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of the Unleash Your Inner Sales Queen. I'm so thrilled that you've all been joining me over the past 3 days so far. And I'm just going to wait a couple of moments for people to start checking on. And what I'm going to do as well is just open this live up on my phone because I think the sound issues have been happening. Hi, Natasha. Have been happening when I have been scrolling. So I'm gonna okay, turn that down. All right, so I'm gonna use my phone to watch the comments. I hope that's not gonna wig me out. Okay. Hello, yes, you made it live, Tez. Welcome. And I know, Tez, you've just jumped in. You've been binge watching the 5-day challenge training so far. So welcome. You're gonna have an overload of Sales Queen energy. Hello, everyone joining. Oh, so we're at day 3, we're halfway through, and wow, I've just been, I've been really sitting with this today. I don't think I've had this much fun in my business ever. And I think this is because of the Sales Queen energy. This is the energy I've been tuning into. She just knows how to have fun. She has so much fun, and she keeps it pleasurable. She keeps it light. She keeps it engaging. And I think this is the potent power of her. So I'd love to check in first of all and to see how's everyone going. How have you found the first 2 days? We're at day 3. This is a big, big day. All right. So I'm just going to preface all of this by just acknowledging that this is a big day. Can you hear me all okay? Is the audio all good? I do have a fan. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud. All right. Taz, bringing on the Sales Queen. Beautiful. So look, first of all, I just want to offer you the opportunity just to sit back and to think over the first 2 days and what we've covered and what we've actually moved through, the big transitions that people have had, the big transformations that we've had so far, and recognize that actually we've done a lot. We have done a lot in 2 days, all right? And that's perfect. This is an intensive, this is a challenge, and we can still keep it light. But there's been so much transformation that's happened so far. And I'd love to hear, how are you feeling with all of this? How is the sales shadow integrating so far? Kelly says audio is perfect. Beautiful. Awesome. Yesterday we did that beautiful activation where we really opened up the channel for the Sales Queen to step forward. And I've noticed a few people saying that they've felt a shift in their energy since then. They've felt more confident. They felt more, desired to be more visible. And that's perfect because we're going to take that and we're going to run with it. Tez, I'm feeling pretty great. Still need to finish day 2, but tapping on day 1 was on fire. Awesome. Yeah, the tapping. It's such a beautiful, beautiful process to use. So today, just let me look at my notes. Beautiful. So today's all about action. So as I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably say it every single day, there is no change that is ever going to happen if we're not taking action at the same time. Yeah. If we are not integrating what we're learning and actually applying it, embodying it in our nervous system. This is such a big thing. The nervous system is such a huge component of what holds us back. Yeah. Because if it doesn't feel safe in our nervous system, then we're going to find ways to slide around our agreements to ourselves. So really learning how to embody this kind of visibility, this kind of, embody this transformation that we're having in our sales, in our business. It comes with taking action, and it comes with taking consistent action. So this is the final step that we have to take in order to really step into the embodied Sales Queen, in order for us to not just have her be an archetypal energy, not just, connect with her beautiful and luxuriate in her energy as I've just loved, but we actually have to take action as well. Otherwise, there's no point. Yeah, we can spend all of this beautiful time feeling how good it feels, but we have to take it into our body. We need to take action. Hi, Jess. Welcome. Hi, Holly. Welcome. So this is what today is all about, and there will be an opportunity toward about halfway through our session for us to start having some hot seat coaching sessions, essentially. So if there's any particular blocks that you have found that you've come up against, the thing happens when I make lots of movement, I think. I don't know, the audio, there's something weird going on with my computer. Anyway, I'll try to be still, although I'm a big movement maker when I talk. So when it comes to actually, success is a muscle memory. That's a really, really important thing that I want to introduce this concept to. Success is a muscle memory. Failure is also a muscle memory. Fear is also a muscle memory, right? So when we're trying to create new habits, when we're trying to instill new ways of operating, the way that we do that is by doing it over and over and over and facilitating consistency and dedication. So like I've said, I think yesterday or the day before, dedication is one of my words for 2020. Now, if you had have told me 5-6 years ago that I would be preaching consistency and commitment and dedication to you, I would have told you to run for the hills. Because for a very long time, the word commitment, the word dedication, and the word consistency made me absolutely want to vomit. And tell me, give me a thumbs up or a like if that was you as well, or if that is you, if you have any resistance to those terms, consistency, dedication, or focus, or commitment. Because that was me for a very long time. When I would hear the word consistency and dedication, I would think routine. And when I heard the word routine, I would think trap. I would think there's no freedom in consistency. There's no freedom in dedication and routine and commitment. So tell me if anyone can resonate with that. I know there's a lot of people out there who resonate with that. And for me, I've always considered myself a bit of a free spirit, and freedom is something that is really important to me, is a really important quality to me. And it wasn't until I could learn how to facilitate freedom within consistency and how to embody freedom within dedication and commitment that I actually started to see big results happen in my business. And Natasha gives a thumbs up. Yeah, that's been me up until, probably quite recently, actually. Trapped, exactly. We can associate that. We can associate doing things over and over and over with this energy of feeling trapped. There's no freedom in that. And what I want to introduce you to today, because this is a really important part of the sales queen, is that she is consistent, she is dedicated, she's also decisive, is that we can have freedom in all of that. And actually, consistency and dedication is what facilitates freedom. All right? I'll say that again. Consistency and commitment and dedication is what facilitates freedom. Donna, focus after 12 years of hustle and burned out. I'm learning a new way. It's really hard. So you've said it right there, hard, right? If anything feels really hard, it feels hard work, then it's a really great opportunity to check in and to see, are you pushing? Are you pushing for something using your head, trying to get there? Or are you allowing yourself to feel it? Are you allowing yourself to magnetically draw it towards you? Because this is what the sales queen does. She's a master of magnetic energy, of wielding her magnetic energy. And we're going to talk about that and how powerful that is. Donna, I understand trapped, not made connection to commitment or dedication before. Okay. Well, look, that was the connection that I had made for myself in another, the younger version of me who just wanted to travel the world and be wild. And this is before I had children as well. So obviously when we have children, we kind of have to throw a lot of that out with the bathwater because suddenly we are forced into routine, right? But with consistency and commitment and focus and dedication, all of those words, have I got lippy on my teeth? No. All of those words actually facilitates freedom because we are only really seeing the results and the success and the profit and the amazing impact that our work is having when we are consistent with it, when we embody this energy of fanatical focus. And if you're sitting there going, I don't know how to be fanatically focused in my business, it's really important for me to tell you that you already are. You already do have that energy of fanatical focus in other areas of your life. So for me, a big area that I was fanatically focused on was wanting to accommodate everyone in my life and put everyone else's needs before my own and make sure that everyone was feeling really good and feeling really happy. Everything was all good. Everyone was happy. And there was an element of fanatical focus around that. because I was, that was like my priority. And as a result, my business got put last. Yeah. So putting everyone in my family first, my business got put last, which meant that I wasn't able to channel this focus, this dedication, this commitment to my mission. This was a huge component that was missing for me. Because for all of us, as I've said, we are soulful entrepreneurs, meaning that the work that we do in our business is our soul work. It is priority number one up there with our kids. That's the way that I see business for myself, and the way that a lot of my clients see that as well. There doesn't have to be any either or. All right, we are done with the self-sacrificing paradigm. I can have success in one area of my life, but I have to sacrifice in the other. And this was what happened with me. I can have success in my business, but I'm going to manifest drama in my relationship. So last year, or the year before last, when I had my biggest month ever, my relationship started to break down, and we ended up separating for 9 months. Really interesting when I looked back on that. Yeah, when I looked back on, and that was some element of self-sacrificing. And it also works the other way around. So I'm going to have success in my parenting. I'm going to be the best mum ever. I'm going to put all of my energy and focus onto my kids. But Tash, the woman who is behind the mother face, the mother facade, what happens to her? She puts everything for herself last, right? So what I'm really passionate about is breaking the self-sacrificing paradigm. We don't need to buy into that. We can have it all. We can absolutely have it all. And your sales queen knows that. She knows that she is capable of wielding this powerful energy where she can have it all. So that was a little bit of a tangent. I'm going to bring myself back, but I think it was very related. And I'm going to, to bring back this energy of focus, of commitment, of dedication. So for me, prior to channeling this, it looked a lot like shiny object syndrome. Oh, I need that course. And then 2 weeks later, oh, I need that course. And I would never finish anything. It looked like downloading everyone's freebies and reading a third of them, or being, exposing myself to a third of the content and then losing focus. It looked like, and I kid you not, at one point I had 3 different business coaches at one time. Has anyone else done that? It was a freaking nightmare. It was a nightmare because I had people throwing different strategies at me and then going, where have you come up with this? That was me. That was the Tash before she was able to channel focus and dedication and commitment. So I'd love to hear if any of you have resonated with that, if you've gone down that path. And if you're in that path now, loving reminder to bring you back to focus. So your sales queen knows how to do that. She is focused. She is committed. She is decisive. Oh my God, this is me, Natasha. Yeah. Okay. I think every woman in business probably has experienced that before. We need to bring awareness to it. We need to love it, recognize that it's a resistance habit. All right. It's a resistance pattern. We're going to talk a lot about resistance tomorrow and how to break through the sales sabotages. But today we are going to be stepping into action. So what I want to invite you to do is to cast your mind back to Monday, and I want you to think about your goal that you set. And I want you to take out a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to write down that goal on your piece of paper, and I want you to put your pen down and look at it and take a few big deep breaths. And just feel into the energy of that. And I'm going to make a note of something right here, so I don't forget. Okay. And I want you to just quieten your mind and notice what feelings, first of all, what feelings come up when you look at your number that you've written down. And let me know, type it into the comments. What are the feelings that it evokes within you? Is it excitement? Is it joy? Is it fear? Nervousness? And then the second question I have for you is, what do you think in your head? What are the thoughts that you have when you connect with your goal, when you write it down and allow yourself to connect with it? What thoughts do you have? This is really important. And please let me know. Type it into the comments so we can workshop this. Jessica, totally doable. Bam, 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 bam. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of like double checking that the sales shadow stuff has actually sunk in. But, we have to remember we're just skimming the surface. In 5 days, that's all we have, right? We don't have the container of 3, 4 months, 6 months to really like sink into some deep clearing, some deep healing, and some deep strategizing. But what we can do is we can actually do a lot in 5 days. So who else wants to be brave and tell me how they feel when they look at their number? And I will wait because I want to see the rest. What feelings and thoughts? Tez, it's a cool number. It makes me feel good. Okay, good. Good, good. That's awesome. Tez, have you shared your number? Let me know. Donna, achievable, excited, amazing. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. And I'll wait for a few more to pop in their comments. Achievable. Oh, no, I just read that. Okay. So your relationship to your goal, your relationship to money, your relationship to your belief around whether you can make it happen or not is really, really important, okay? And I work with a lot of clients, and this was me as well. We teach what we most need to know, right? I was that person who avoided looking at my bank account. I was that person who avoided opening up my bills. I was that person who waited until, my bills were overdue before I paid them. And that facilitates its own energy in our money, which leaks into our sales energy as well. So one thing that's really powerful to do is to do a little bit of an inventory in your money, to see, right, what is still hanging on, okay? Are there any bills that I'm avoiding paying? Are there any decisions? This is the other really important thing, is this energy of decisiveness. So your sales queen, she is decisive. I'm only seeing my comments, Donna. Oh, okay, I can see everyone else's. I'm not sure why you're only seeing mine. I haven't seen that happen before. She is decisive, okay? She knows what she wants and she's willing to go after it with dedication and focus. And this is an energy, if we're seeing indecision in our clients, if we're seeing indecision in our sales calls with our prospects, if we're having a lot of people going, this sounds really good, but I need to think about it, but I need to chat with my spouse, I need to meditate, any of that, if you're noticing this indecision coming up, it's a really great opportunity to look within and to see, where am I being indecisive? Because sales is a mirror. Your sales calls, your money, your business is a mirror for what's happening within. This is why business is our best teacher, and especially so if we're a soulful entrepreneur, where we're doing our soul work, right? This is a beautiful opportunity for us to look within and to say, okay, where am I being indecisive? Okay, where is my money energy a little bit scattered? What am I avoiding? If you are indecisive in your personal life, I can guarantee you're going to attract clients and prospects who are indecisive as well, because they mirror us, right? How can we, in a sales call, bring our prospect to a powerful decision to work with us or not if we can't be decisive, if we're avoiding being decisive in our personal life? So I'll tell you, this was my journey, yeah? Prior to really learning how to be empowered in my business, I was very indecisive. And I had a lot of problems with being direct in my communication. I didn't like to be direct because in my head, I had that collapsed with being mean. So if I was to be super clear and direct with someone, I would avoid it because I wouldn't want them to feel upset. I wouldn't want to upset them. I wanted to accommodate them, right? So as a result, in my business, I was not able to be direct with my clients, with my prospects, which had its own cascading impact, right? Its own domino effect. The same is true with the energy of decision, decisiveness. If you are wallowing around in indecision in certain areas in your life, then you're going to be bringing that energy into your business, and you're going to be noticing it on your sales calls. So your sales queen knows how to bring decisiveness in. She is super decisive. So I want to just take a moment to pause and to ask you guys, does any of that resonate with you? What can you see mirrored in what I just said? I'd love to know. Decisiveness is such a powerful energy to embody, and it hasn't come easily to me, the same as being direct. It still doesn't come easily to me, but I am practicing it every day. I'm practicing embodying it. And in my copywriting, how can I be more decisive in that? How can I be more clear in that? It makes such a big difference. So today I'm going to be extending you an opportunity. Hi, Vanessa. I'm going to be extending you an opportunity to start to take action, to start to take decisive action, and to start to take clear action. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be opening up the space for you, if you feel called, and I'm going to invite you to do it, to jump on your own Facebook Live in Business Alchemy, in the collective. And I want you to actually practice speaking your message, speaking your truth, sharing your mission. What is the mission that you're on? What's the mission that you're here to facilitate in your business? What's the change that you want to see in the world? And I know, Jess, I've seen you talk about this question, and I love it. It's such a powerful question, because that right there, the change that you want to see in the world, that is a big part of your message. And that's a big part of what resonates, of what helps people to resonate with you. Oh, Sarah, you're here. Yay, welcome, darling. Lack of motivation and feeling ungrounded, resulting in slow sales. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, resonates. I'm having better experiences with this now. Beautiful, amazing. So what is your message? What is your mission? What do you stand for? What does your business and your brand stand for? What are your values? For me, I stand for the financial freedom of all women, because I believe that financial freedom and, the $13 trillion that's circulating in the economy around the world, if we're able to start to channel that into empowered, conscious women in leadership, in business, then we're able to facilitate amazing transformation. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. That's why a lot of my work revolves around money mindset and around clearing shame around selling, clearing the sales shame, because I believe in the power and potency of that. It's all well in, we can't be channeling our soul purpose and facilitating amazing transformation if our nervous system is stuck in fight or flight or freeze. If we're worried how we're going to make rent, how we're going to pay the bills, how we're going to put food on the table, we cannot facilitate transformation when we're in that space. Why? Because we are surviving. There's no room for transformative work when we are just surviving. So a huge part of my work is and that's something that I've had to learn myself, but is teaching my clients how to start to channel their money maven, this element, this archetype within them that is she just is a maven at making money, and she's not ashamed of it. She's got the sales queen that's backing her up. Alrighty, so changing gears. So what I want to introduce you to, what I want to invite you to do is to use this space to go live. Okay, and there's no judgment here. There's absolutely no judgment. And notice what comes up. Notice the resistance. Be curious about the resistance. Okay, the resistance is okay. It's just there trying to keep you safe, but it's a very old, outdated coping mechanism. All right, we're going to talk a bit more about this tomorrow. What's your mission? What's your message? What are you a stand for? What are you a stand for? What lights you up? Yeah. If you could do a TED Talk, what would you talk about? That's a really great question that will help you to really understand your mission. What's the change that you want to see in the world? And then to start to practice what it feels like to be selling on camera, okay? What it feels like to be inviting your people to work with you, to actually enroll people in the idea of stepping forward. We have to be a stand for that. Our sales queen does this gracefully. She does it without shame. So I want to invite you to start to practice that. So your nervous system, you can start to teach your nervous system that it's safe to sell, that it's safe to be seen, that it's safe to share your story, to share your mission, to share your insights, because this is how soulful business works. And I want to introduce you to this concept of magnetic authenticity, all right? This is really powerful. So I think of the sales funnel, I think of it more as a sales spiral. So if you are the vortex at the center of the spiral, much like a sun is in the galaxy or in the solar system, this is you, this is your business, this is your mission, your message, what you stand for, the transformation that you facilitate. And then people enter into your sales spiral through some form of lead generation, right? Whether that's content, they read a piece of your content. Whether that's a challenge, those of you who are new to my work, have all entered into my vortex through this challenge. Whether that is a referral, is some sort of lead magnet, some way that people enter into your sales spiral, and then they read your content, they start to feel your energy, they start to receive your magnetic authenticity because you're showing up, you're being real, you're sharing your story, you're being a stand for the change that you want to see in the world. You're talking about the biggest, highest level transformation that you facilitate. You are owning the power of your work, and you are inviting people to take those steps towards you. And so every time they come in, they read a piece, they are exposed to your content, they warm up a little bit more. And then they come back around, and then they come back in. This requires consistency. They come back in, they read another piece, or they watch another live. They come back in, they get warmer and warmer and warmer until the closer in they get, the warmer they become, until you just happen to say the right thing. They happen to read the perfect, they have the perfect breakthrough or aha moment through your content that makes them go, right, I need to know more about this woman or this man. I need to know more about what she does. I need what she has in my life. I want to work with her. Tell me, how is this resonating? I love this analogy of the sales spiral. This is feminine business, all right? This is the feminine way of business that I do business, that I teach, that the sales queen is an absolute queen at. This is her magic because she uses her magnetic authenticity. She is radical in the way that she shows up. If that means claiming her kookiness, claiming her wildness, claiming her crazy, that is what she does. Knowing that every time she does that, she strips off another mask. All right? This is elegant vulnerability. This requires us to show up and be brave, be courageous, to share our story, to share of ourselves. But when we do it over and over, when we practice it more and more with that focus and that dedication, it teaches our nervous system that it's safe. So it's all well and good to heal all the stuff, all the things, to do all of the healing and clearing. But if we're not taking action, it means nothing. Okay. So I'll do a little bit of a scroll. Tell me, how's this feeling for you? I'm going to let that land. So this is also the power of live video as well. Okay. So I love Facebook Lives. I haven't always loved Facebook Lives. I used to record my videos and upload them. That's a little bit different to doing a Facebook Live, and I'm going to challenge you not to do that. I'm going to challenge you to press live and to come into your power and to center yourself and to share from your heart, to share your story, your mission, your message, your soul purpose, and to invite your clients, your prospects, to start to move toward you. All right, and resistance is okay. It's okay to feel the fear and to do it anyway. This is courage. So we're going to move in a little bit into hot seat coaching. But before we do that, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about my Business Alchemy Mastermind. So this is the final week of round 1. We're just finishing up round 1. And in March, I'm going to be launching round 2. It's an incredibly, incredibly powerful container. And I wanted to share a little bit about some of the transformations that the people, that my clients who are in there have actually gone through, because it's been really, really profound. And one of them is here. So one of my clients, she started off selling $144 single sessions. She had a free Facebook group, and she was leeching all of her energy into that with free content and getting nothing in return. Through the work that we've done together, she's now packaged up her genius, the high-level transformation, and she's now selling $3,000 3-month coaching programs. She's shut down her free Facebook group because it is no longer in alignment with the energy that she is, with the direction that she's moving in. She's had massive, massive transformation. My other beautiful client went from selling $500 photography shoots to packaging up her transformational work and selling $7,500 12-month long packages. She was toning herself down before and keeping herself small, keeping herself from shining because she was worried about what people might think. And she shifted into being radically okay with magnetic authenticity, with being herself, with sharing her values, sharing what makes her tick, sharing her story. So Business Alchemy Mastermind, it's capped at 12 places. And I take everyone through my framework that I talked about yesterday. So sales is one component of that. We also have visibility, all right? So how are you being seen? How are you showing up and sharing yourself, sharing your story? How are you selling? How are you selling visibly? How are your people finding you so that they can come into your sacred sales spiral? We talk a lot about personal potency. So this is unleashing the beautiful energy from within, right? This is our empowerment energy. This is our innate magnetism. If we cannot fake this, okay? We need to learn how to release it from within. This is stored in our lower 4 chakras. So we do work with releasing that so that we can show up and be charismatic, be magnetic, and have that lead to sales. Another big core component is service. So how are you packaging up your work? What is the highest level service that you facilitate? The highest level transformation? How can you package that up in a way that is going to lead to incredible money coming in and incredible results for your clients? It's a curious thing. The more you charge for your work, the more investment your clients energetically and financially put on the front end, the more results and transformation they're going to get as a result. Don't tell me, I don't know how that works, but the higher your price ticket, the more transformation your clients get as a result. So this is high-end sales. In order to sell high-end, we need to learn how to package up our genius in a way that facilitates that. We can't just slap a high-end price tag on a shitty offer. All right, we need to learn how to package up our genius. And then finally, the final piece is money. So we look at your relationship with money, what you've inherited from your parents, what you've inherited from your ancestors. How can you let that shit go so that you have no shame around selling, no shame around charging appropriately for the high-level transformation that you facilitate? Very, very, very powerful container. And what I love about it is that it blends, it alchemizes energetics, mind priming or mindset with strategy. It's really, really powerful. Alrighty, so I'm going to be talking more about that. This is an opportunity. I'm extending an invitation for you to reach out and chat with me more if you'd like to know more. And we're going to switch now into the hot seat coaching component. So we have 25 minutes. I've just got a few comments I'm going to look. Donna, yes, resonates. I'm having better experiences now. Beautiful. Jess, I just learned yesterday how energizing lives are. They are so energizing because, yeah, you're channeling, darling. You are channeling, and it is perfect. Beautiful as it is. Donna, this dropped for me yesterday. Thank you for validation. What dropped for you? I'm not sure when you said that. So I want to open up the space. We've got 25 minutes. Where are you at? Where are you at with the idea of sales, with the idea of being seen, being visible? Are there any blocks? Hi, Melissa, welcome. Is there anything that is keeping you from this final piece of taking action? We can do some strategy coaching. If there's anything that you want to pick my brains about over strategy, over content, over your sales spiral, how it is that you can magnetically, attract people into your sales spiral using magnetic authenticity. So allow yourself to ask for the support and to receive it. You don't even need, if you know that you want support, but you're not even sure, that's totally okay. Just let me know, maybe put your hand up, say, yes, I'd like some support, and we can have a bit of a conversation. But hot seat coaching is a really powerful way, and we're going to be doing more on Friday as well. It's a powerful way to actually let everything that we've spoken about integrate into your nervous system, integrate into all the layers of your energetics, and really to let your inner sales queen to really be embodied for you. Because like I said, she is just an element that is within you, an archetype that is within you, and she is absolutely available to you to embody her. But I don't want you to think that she's not of you, okay? That she's not of you, of your soul, right? This is a part of you that she's there, she's within you. And that actually reminds me of something that I want to say that I haven't said yet. Donna, high investment, high engagement. It's amazing. It's so true. It's just gone. What was that? No, I've just forgotten about it. It was going to be really good too. It'll come back in. What was I going to say? I had a really important point. Anyway, I got to stick with my focus. So does anybody have any queries, any questions about what we've been talking about? Is there anything that you'd like to tease apart with this in the next 25 minutes? It's a really great opportunity for you to start to experience my style of coaching. I invite you to step forward if that is you. Totally okay if it's not. We don't have to do the hot seat coaching, but I do have until 2 I've got 20 minutes to invite you guys to hold space for you to really step into that. Your sales queen, what was I going to say? It was something about embodying her. Oh, I can't remember. I hate it when that happens. It took me a long time to really learn how to embody the sales queen because, I've been in business now for 9 years. I started off as a shiatsu therapist, and this was when people were coming to my house. I would actually have a little bowl on the table in the front foyer that people would leave their money because I hated handling money. I didn't want to ask for the sale. I didn't want to say, all right, that'll be $100, thanks. I'll just go, okay, you know what to do. Just leave the money over there. Leave it on the table. And the other thing that I would do as well, I would offer bartering. So I would say, let's just do an exchange. Let's do an energy exchange. And then I had no money. I had absolutely no money because of that. I was really struggling, and I struggled for 5 years until I had my child, my son Charlie. I struggled so much to actually be okay with money. This has been my medicine, to be okay with sales, to be okay with marketing, showing up and, sharing my story, because I was worried that people would perceive me as arrogant, as selfish. So you might resonate with that. Tez, you're stepping forward. Good work. Courageous. My biggest issue at the moment is finding a way to give my business maximum effort for minimal time. I only have 1 day a week to do face-to-face delivery. Okay, so whenever we are talking about maximum effort, minimal time, we have to think about the fastest path to cash. Okay? For me, that looks like packaging, selling your transformation rather than selling single sessions. So I want to ask you, how are you currently structuring your work and your client sessions? Are you selling single sessions? Are you selling a package or a program? This is not just a 6-session package, okay? So I want to distinguish that. There's a big difference between selling 6 sessions and selling a transformational program. And this is what I teach all of my clients. I have a formula that helps them break this down. So you can think about it like this, all right? Your clients, your prospects, before they start to work with you, they are in pain. I call this pain island, right? They are in the world of pain. They are suffering. They have some sort of thing that they're needing to move through. They're frustrated. They're awake at 3 a.m. because they want to solve some particular things, all right? This is your genius. After you're working with them, after your transformative work, they're in pleasure. They're in flow, right? They're in a very different place. So what is that pain to pleasure? This is your transformational arc. This is your transformational framework, right? So let me just have a read. if it's a higher end package, okay, I'm going to come back to you, Jess. Tez, I love the idea of the fastest path to cash. I'm doing single sessions, but I'm working on a package. So if you're selling a $3,000 package, you know, you might only need 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3 of them a month to actually be reaching your sales goals. You can put all of those people into one day. That's 3 sessions. It might be more because of a bit more because of the back end work, you know, your behind the scenes preparation. If you're doing any, you know, depending upon what you include in the package, but that is by far the fastest path to cash. The road to hell is paved with single sessions. All right, I'm going to say that again. I believe the road to hell is paved with single sessions. Let me know your thoughts. And if you can't get the transformation with your clients in 1 or 2 sessions, I believe truly, and for that to have lasting change, then you can when you're delivering a package, when you have packaged up the highest level transformation. And this looks a lot more, like we actually don't know what that highest level transformation is. It's actually far bigger than what we are even capable of perceiving. Okay, because when we step into that, and this is a lot, we spoke about this yesterday when we talked about connecting with the future version of you who is doing it, who is killing it, who is scaling her business with rapid ease and grace, and calling her back. Okay, teach me, what do I need to know? That's where that kind of process is very powerful. My package I'm working on is like $400 for 1 month. I need to up the price. So I take 4 clients a week. Yeah, I so need to up the price. Yeah. So, but first of all, like I said, it's not just about upping the price and up, you know, chucking a high end price on a small offer. We need to know how to articulate the transformation that we are facilitating. We need to know the specific outcomes of the work that we are doing, and I mean tangible, grounded outcomes. Not you're going to feel a lot better, not your energy is going to shift, not you're going to feel more joy and excitement and love. That's beautiful, but that's actually not grounded enough to actually to facilitate the movement from your prospects. So if you're feeling loving and joyful and aligned in your life, how is that going to change every aspect of your life? Okay? So that's essentially what I'm talking about, is getting really clear on the high end transformation and then crafting an offer from that space. Alrighty. Fucking scribbling notes. I love it. All right. Okay, Jessica, I'm going to come back up to you. If it's a higher end package, how do you recommend inviting them to have a conversation together? On a Facebook Live, I was thinking about mentioning the journey I would take them on, what's included, and dropping the link to have a chat. The price is currently just listed on the app to have a chat. So there's a few things in that, all right? So first of all, so this is your content strategy, all right? This is, and especially when we're working high-end, when we're transitioning into offering a high-end coaching service or mentoring service, it takes more than, like I've heard it actually takes beyond 37 touch points for people to actually warm up to the idea of jumping on a call with you. I would 100% recommend offering a sales call. So it's a very, very different sales process, selling a package and a high-end program, than it is when you're selling a single session. People can just log on and book it through your software, right? Through your booking software. When you're selling a high-end program, there's a few steps that happen before that. Okay? So the first thing, you need to be consistent in the way that you're sharing your content, in the way that you are showing up, in the way that you are facilitating mini aha moments in your content, whether that's through Facebook Lives, through content, through actual content strategies, whether that's through what I've done with you all, a 5-day challenge, which is a beautiful container. People are with you for 5 days. They're exposed to you. They're warming up in a big way to your work. There's so many different ways that we can facilitate lead generation and that we can facilitate this sales process. But we need to remember it's a very different process than a single session. So how are you delivering transformative content? How are you warming up your audience? How are you then what calls to action, they call it a call to action, are you putting on all of your content? And the call to action doesn't have to be book in for a chat. It can be join my free Facebook group. It can be comment and let me know your insights. How has this impacted you? So you're really wanting to start to engage your people, your prospects, in conversation. How are you creating a two-way dialogue? This is so important. How are you creating a two-way dialogue? The more you do that, the more your clients, your prospects are warming up to the idea of jumping on a sales call. The other thing, don't call it a sales call. A sales call is really off-putting. So there's a few different opinions here. I call my sales call a business alchemy consult call. And it's not just a sales call. So I say in my business alchemy consult calls, I say I'll help you get clear on the top energetic, mindset, and strategic block that is preventing you from growing your business. That's preventing you from making money. That's preventing you from scaling. And that's very powerful for people. So, in a sales call, I've actually some of the most powerful, incredible conversations I've had have been through sales calls. When you have a process that is really heart-centered, and this is what I teach Business Alchemy Mastermind, when you have a way of highlighting where they're at now and the pain that is evoking for them, the implications of staying there, and then what's their vision? What's their soul purpose? What are they calling forward? What are they moving toward? What's their big dream? And then what's the gap? Right? That's essentially a sales call. And then the gap, you bridge it. If they're a good fit, we're bringing integrity in. You bridge that gap with your program. And especially if they're a soul contract client. I call these your soulmate clients. They're a soul contract client. One of my mentors introduced me to this concept, and I love it. I love it. I love it. So if they are the right fit, it will feel good. And especially if they've been entering into your sales spiral multiple times, potentially up to 30 times. They've read your stuff. They love what you're about. They are a stand for the things that you're a stand for. They want more of you in their life. Then by the time you jump on a call with them, it's like, they're already 3/4 of the way there. So I hope that is useful, Jess. Let me know. There's so much in that, darling. It's such a big question. And I've got 10 minutes. Tez, I love the idea of fastest. Okay, that's what we spoke about. Amen, sister. Absolutely, Sarah. Sarah, truly resonating. My afternoon's activities just changed to business strategizing and package development. Yeah, it's so, so, so powerful. It's so powerful. This was the thing that made the shift in my business. This was the thing that led me to start having 5-figure months. Because otherwise we are constantly on the do you want to rebook train. Do you want to rebook? We're educating. Do you know how important it is to come back and to see me again? And there's so much education that we have to do in that, right? When we can straight off the bat start talking about the power of a package, it makes such a difference for us and for our clients. It's a very, very powerful way to work. Hi, Steph. Maya, okay, I have such a conflict between going high end. Okay, this is where I was at too. And how do I help the people with no money who need me? Which means I keep attracting clients who have no money, yet I love working with them. I have a number of clients with cancer who have had amazing results, but I know I need those high-end clients so that I can still offer some scholarships to my courses. Writing this has helped me see that I think I can't do both. Okay, really powerful. Let me get comfy. A favorite topic of mine. You can do both, but the thing is that you've got to flip it around. All right, so we can only hold space for the people who have no money, who have great need of our services, who really, really need our work but can't afford it. We can only hold space for them really, like in the most powerful way, when we are not also living in survival, when we are not also struggling to pay our bills, struggling to put food on the table, worried that we're not going to cover our rent. And when we're in that space, often that's who we attract, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. This is why the money mindset work is so, so, so important. The nervous system work is so, so, so important. Because if it's not embodied, this feeling of safety, if it's not embodied in your system, then this is what you're going to attract. So that's hard though, right? When we are saying, okay, well, I want to sell high end, but fuck, I need the money. I need the money. I don't have the money right now, you know, and we can sometimes bring that desperation energy into our sales calls. I have a really, really powerful system, a process that I take all of my Business Alchemy Mastermind, or BAM, I call it BAM, all of my BAM clients and one-on-one clients through, where we actually learn how to release that energy from our system first. We have to learn how to release that so that we're not taking this desperation energy in to our sales calls, into our content creation. So we're not writing or on a sales call going, I totally need the money. I totally need the money. And they feel that. Our prospects will feel that. So that's a really, really powerful thing to do, is to learn how to release that energy first, so that we can start to get into that space where we are completely unattached to the outcome. If we are entering into our sales calls with high intention, low expectation, that's the best place to be. So, but there was a few there. I'm gonna have some water. One sec. And that's a skill. That's a skill, right? It doesn't come easily. But I know, okay, so I hope that answered your question. So which means I keep attracting clients with no money. So get really clear on who is your highest level client. That's where I was getting to. Who is your highest level client? Meaning, who is the person who can afford to pay you? It's not going to be the person who is scrimping, you know, struggling to make ends meet, okay? So there might be that you focus for now on your highest level transformation, your highest level client, and the highest level package that you can build, right? And there's a real skill in packaging of genius like this. If you want to know more, apply to have a conversation with me about Business Alchemy Mastermind. This is exactly what we do. So get really clear on that person, on what that package is, what that transformation is, and shift your focus there for now. When you start to reach your sales targets, when you start to ease, when you start to lower that, you know, fight, flight, or freeze response, when your nervous system starts to calm down, you will start to attract them. As long as you're speaking their language, as long as you know their specific set of problems that you are going to help them with. And this is in their language, not practitioner talk. So this was me for a long time, right? I like the iceberg analogy. Above the water is your prospect's language. This is also the problem that they think they have. So the problem that they think they have might not necessarily be the problem that you know they have from a diagnostic perspective, from a practitioner perspective. We have to speak to above the water though. If we speak too much down here underneath the water, we're going to lose them. They're going to go, that's not my problem. You know, you're talking about doing shadow work and inner child healing. I just want to have a better relationship with my kids. I just want to stop screaming the house down. Why do we have to go to the inner child or the shadow work? So see what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So learn how to speak their language, learn how to solve what they think their problem is in your free content. So this is where the sales spiral is really powerful. And then package up your genius in a way that is going to deliver the highest level transformation. So there's a few elements to it, right? This is what I cover in BAM. Once you've done that and you've hit your quota, the money's coming in, you're feeling abundant, you're feeling your sales queen is present, she's on fire, you're on fire, then you have space to do scholarship work. There's a few different ways you can structure that. You can only do scholarships when you reach a certain quota in your one-to-ones or your higher end. There's lots of different options, but I hope that's given you some insight. Furiously scribbling notes. This is recorded, don't forget. Donna, friends, family, and your service. I have begun sharing that this is my new business. Do you have guidance on work with friends, family, or do you limit your time? Everyone goes through this, right? Okay, so first of all, do you want to be working with friends and family? That's the first question to answer. Are they your ideal clients? Are they your soulmate clients? 99% of the time, they're not. because they challenge our old programming, they challenge our old paradigm, and they will challenge your old paradigm in this because they are, I'd love to have a free session with you. I'd love to, do you do discounts? Do you do family discounts? Rah, rah, rah. So they're challenging you. They're like, that's the old paradigm. That's the old paradigm saying, it's safe to stay here. You won't get judged. You're not going to be rejected. Yeah, does that make sense? The new paradigm is, okay, I claim my power. I claim the power of my work. I claim the value of the transformation I facilitate. Notice I didn't say worth, because your worth is limitless. I claim and I know who my ideal soul contract soulmate clients are, and they are who I'm calling in. Donna, some, but not all. Okay. So then that what I just spoke to Maya about, thank you for guiding me on how to say your name. So what I spoke to Maya about, Donna, is going to be really powerful for you as well. All right. So clear on who is the person, who is your highest level client. I'm currently crafting a $50,000 coaching package. All right. I might only sell one of them a year. Imagine if I do, and I'm calling that in. I can tell you that the $50,000 client is a very, very different client to the client who comes on board my Business Alchemy Mastermind, as an example. All right, the $50,000 client is a very, very different level of service. It's a very different level of high touch service. I will be going to them. I will be flying to them, even if they're overseas. I will be going to them once a year. So it's a very, very different client than it is to my lower end clients, right? So we've got different offers for different people. I hope that makes sense. But this is just our perception. We are always only limited by what we perceive is possible. What we need to do is we need to expand our perception. We need to expand our container. So our safety container. The more we expand our nervous system to hold more, to command more presence, more magnetism, more money. It's a nervous system thing just as much as it is a mindset thing, just as much as it is a strategic thing. These are the three elements that I believe are so powerful to cover. So how did that sound? Lol, safe, get it. Let me know. I'm going to have to jump off because I've got to run to another call. But guys, I hope that's been really useful for you. I'm really excited to see your lives in the group over the next, I'm going to give you until the end of Tuesday next week, but before the end of the week, really. All of these training videos are being taken down midway through next week. I would like to invite you to do these lives before the end of the week and to really practice stepping into your entrepreneurial powerhouse. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Okay, it's finally dropped in. Really quickly. All of my clients, and this was me, they come to me and they are in therapist mode. All right? So when they're building their business from the therapist perspective. They're building their business from the coach perspective. They're building their business from the consultant perspective. They're not building their business from the entrepreneur perspective, from the CEO. Very, very different. We need to learn how to step into both. Your coach energy, your therapist energy, your consultant energy is very, very powerful, but it's not going to help you build your business. Your coach, therapist, healer, psychic, and a lot of my clients, and myself included, have come from the energy of the wounded healer, where they're giving their services away for free, or they're undercharging and over-delivering. So we can't build our business from that space, okay? We have to learn how to transition into our CEO energy, our entrepreneur energy, and we have to learn how to do both. And this is what Business Alchemy Mastermind teaches. How do you command higher prices? How do you sell in a way that feels ethical to you, that feels really good to you? How do you build your potency so that your magnetic energy is driving your sales spiral? That's the final piece that I wanted to say that I forgot about before. Tell me if you can resonate with that. Are you building your business from the therapist energy, or are you building your business from the entrepreneur, the CEO energy? Because this is really, when we're working on our business, when we're working in our business, doing the one-to-one work, that's perfect. The therapist, the coach, the psychic, the healer, that is absolutely perfect. But when we're working on our business, when we are marketing, when we are strategizing, when we are building our $20,000 coaching programs and beyond, this is our CEO. All right, beautiful. Everyone, thank you so much for being with me today. I'll speak to you tomorrow. It's probably going to be a slight time change. I will be coming to you from Canberra tomorrow. I have to drive to Canberra tomorrow, so I'll be in a different setting. I'll be in my parents' house. Hopefully I can find a nice spot. I'm sure I can. So it'll probably be a bit later in the afternoon, but I will let you know and I'll give you notice. Much love to you all. Take care. I'll speak to you later.